Australia, we have to have a chat. And unfortunately, it might be too late. Let's begin. Hello and welcome to Media Academy Online. This is unfortunately, a very serious video and something which I only recently came across, and I'm worried I came across it a bit too late. But it's something that we should be talking about. I heard murmurs, but I never really looked too much into what was going on. And as a YouTube creator, I think I should at least have my say, even if it's too late. And if you aren't in Australia, this could still affect you. Effectively, all of the news broadcasters here in Australia, plus the government and ACCC, have all worked together to create a bill which they want to pass in Parliament.
Like the dumpster fire that is 2020, serve as a great distraction for the rollout of policies that would have under any normal circumstances not seen the light of day due to fear of criticism by cold-hearted economists or any rational person for that matter. The News Media Bargaining Code is a proposed piece of legislation currently under review by the Australian Parliament that would work to effectively abolish the level playing field of the internet within the country.
And effectively what they're asking for is the keys to the castle. And let me explain exactly what I mean by this. As we're all aware, we're all used to Google, Facebook, and of course YouTube. These are platforms that we all use. And we all find our news, we watch videos, we do various things on these channels. But what this legislation is asking for is special treatment and remuneration, which is the exact words used. Effectively what this states is that A, they must give all the algorithm information to these broadcast channels. So all these traditional broadcast channels, such as News Corp, as well as other traditional broadcasters, they're saying that they must have access to the algorithm, so they know how to get their stuff shown before anyone else's, which effectively means that they will know how to get all of their content shown before any other YouTuber. Me, you, anyone else. So not only do they have full control over the TV channels, they also want to have full control over YouTube, Facebook, and Google. This basically means that any YouTuber in Australia now is treated unfairly because these big giant news companies would have all of the control.
News media from large organisations like News Corp, Warner Media, and Walt Disney Television are very important. These organisations have the resources to put investigators onto stories all around the world and report on events that we may have otherwise been unaware of. Nobody is going to argue against the importance of the media, but these large organisations are exactly that. Large companies with huge overheads that cost a lot to run. Therefore, as their viewers increasingly migrate away from television and to sites like YouTube, they are no longer able to make as much revenue as they used to, simply because there is more competition for free content.
Now that's only part of the story. They also want to be given extra money, on top of all the AdSense money they're currently already making, and they want to be able to make more.
Currently, news organisations operating in Australia make about $10 million in revenue every year on YouTube. This is of course a lot of money. It is actually an unbelievable amount of money considering that most of these outlets get less views and have fewer subscribers than, say, Economics Explained, for example. Regardless of this, these organisations want to mandate that Google and similar platforms would pay at least $600 million per year towards them, or put another way, they would have to pay 60 times what their business relationship is currently worth.
Now this is where I think all of the traditional news companies have gone insane. Facebook, YouTube, and Google, they're all platforms. They are not broadcasters. They are platforms for everyone to get their content. You are already shown on those platforms. And if I click on any of those links to your articles, where does it send me? It sends me to your page already. So you're effectively being advertised and you want them to pay for you to be advertised on their platform. Now tell me, who thought this was a good idea? I think we've got politicians who don't know what they're talking about and don't understand technology, and big companies with a lot of money pressuring the government to have their way. Now we're having Facebook saying if this passes, that they will stop advertising Australian news. Now I spent the last, 20 minutes reading articles. They're all very one-sided, and you're forgetting about the real people, the citizens, the ones that are trying to create a YouTube channel, the people trying to create content but is drowned out by normal traditional media, normal traditional television, radio, but they've found themselves a home. They found themselves a home on YouTube, on Facebook, on all of these platforms where they can finally be heard and get their content shown, where it's not drowned out by the big boys. But now it looks like you want to turn the internet into traditional broadcast 2.0. You want to change it to fit you, so you can keep making the billions and billions of dollars you are currently making. Now, I'm hoping it's not too late, so make sure that you sign the petition down below. And this is the everyday people. This is thousands and thousands of YouTubers in Australia against the big companies. Now, this is the one thing you can do to try and hopefully make YouTube stay as YouTube, stay as a level playing field for everyone. Please click on the link. Now, this isn't my petition, but please click on it anyway, sign up. I know that there's probably no one watching this who this affects directly, but please click on it, because if this happens in Australia, it might end up happening everywhere else too. To prevent these big media companies having access to the algorithms so that they can get their content shown first, and to prevent this lunacy where they think that because they're getting advertised, that they should be paid to be advertised on their platforms. So make sure you click on the link, sign the petition by Economics Explained, and let's all band together and hope that we can at least be heard. They've picked now to do it, obviously because of the COVID, and they can slip between the cracks. But I think this is the time when we also need to try and at least stand up. Let's stand up for the small YouTuber. Let's stand up for the small creators who have built their own legacy online. And all they want to do is have a level playing field so that they can be heard and seen by other people. Make sure you like, subscribe. We talk about all the creative media here, so we're normally not talking about news media. That's not an interest of us on this channel. So if you are interested in any of the creative media side of things, movies, games, and anything else in the creative media, make sure you like, subscribe, ring that bell, and also sign that petition. Let's stand up to big business and show that the little guy still counts. See you later.